Hellcat.
Hey guys, it's Patriots Man here, and I'm back with another video. And today, guys, I'm talking about the Bosses promo, why it's so good. I'll go into most of the positives, but as you know, there are also a couple negatives to it that'll make the promo a little bit tougher on you. But overall, this is actually a really good promo for people to build their teams with a lot of good players, whether they're on the lower end or the higher end 101 overall cards. Honestly, it's a pretty good promo, and you guys have probably noticed this by now. So let's hop right into it. So Bosses, we saw the sneak peeks a number of days ago, and I'm getting around to making this Bosses video now. But why is this promo so good? Well, first thing you need to know is that the first wins are really, really generous. So the chains have reset, so now I'm recording this on Sunday. So Sunday, all the events have unlocked by now. So on first win, every single day, so basically for 5 days, 4 days, whatever, you're getting on first win a shield, 20 badges, and 30 Bosses coins. So those badges alone are pretty good. So that means every day the first wins for just 160 stamina, because it's been 40 stamina each. Those gave you 80 total badges and like 4 shields, and then you get that every single day. So that is already really generous. The badges amount is really good, and you can fill in those sets relatively easily, except for one component, which is where we're going to talk about the negatives and why that's happened. Additionally, you guys know you have the chance pack, so basically whenever you do the blitz events, you always have a chance at these 101 overalls. And from what I've seen, the pull rates aren't too bad. I mean, it's not going to be guaranteed every time, right? And you may not even pull one in the entire promo, but compared to what we've seen before, I've seen a lot of people pull 101 overall players from this. McCole Hardman's been a big one. He's been pulled a lot. It could also be because he was one of the first maps to be unlocked. So the stamina costs is one thing that makes this such a good promo. The stamina cost on events, only 20 stamina, given that even though it is, 10, you have to reset it with gems. As you see as I scroll down, I did the Dante Jackson one because I'm trying to pull him if possible because I want to get him on my team. If you do it, you have to unlock it with 100 gems for the 10 max plays. So that is it's not really much of a downside, because 100 gems, most people have 100 gems if you really wanted to reset it. But it also cools down, and you can do it more than once in a single day through the 10 times if you wanted to wait. So the stamina cost really isn't that bad. And when we're looking at what the events are giving you, first one was 8 random badges, so that you only had that once. But your repeat win, 3 badges and 20 boss coins every single time. So essentially, if you just went through and played this, say you bought 400 program stamina every day. Every day you buy 400 program stamina, you can get 20 plays of these events, and that is 60 badges and 400 boss coins. So that alone is pretty good. 60 badges will get you a pretty far away. You'll be able to get a lot of shield and stuff with that. Like, honestly, it's a good yield for what you get. Of course, you got your free program stamina that you can do at the bottom every day. So yeah, that is really, really good. Now, let's talk about some negatives, because every promo is going to have its downsides, and this promo has a lot of ups, but there are a couple downs that make it a little bit difficult. And you guys have probably seen the auction house over the past few days, and there's a reason that these players for Season 8 Legendary are really high. As you can see right now, I have a ton of badges and stuff, right? But I'm holding off on the 93 plus to build these 99s and stuff. I did build one master. I built Bo Jackson just because I really wanted to get him right away and see what he could do. And I spent a good amount of coins getting S8 players. I did have some S8 players, so it wasn't as bad. But if you go into the auction house, these S8 players, specifically the 93 plus, these things can be upwards of 3 million coins for 193. So 93 plus, Season 8, let's go 3 mil, just to see how the prices are right now. And look at that, so you have captains being bought at the same price as these. So they are selling for over, 2.7, 2.8 mil. So the going price for these is about 2.8 to 2.9 million coins for 193, which, if you think about it, is insane, because in previous promos, during these promos, you could buy these higher tier like season players for 700, 800k, and depending on what the promo was at a certain time, as low as 500k, somewhere around there. Now these things are going for like 3 mil. And why is that? Well, the bosses events, while they're giving you a bunch of badges and stuff, they're not giving you any Season 8 players. If you think back to comebacks, and you think back to free agency and the draft promo, those things gave you a lot of badges too. But they also gave you those players for Season 7. So, the Season 7 players were abundant, and that means that the prices are normal. There's plenty to go around. People can purchase as they please. They can go through and put them in the sets. But now, without any Season 8 players within these promos, specifically the bosses right now, the only place you can acquire these Season 8 players is via the store, via solo battles, via the solo battle sets, and that requires you to use program stamina in a different part of the game. So most people are trying to grind bosses right now, so they're not going to use many of their resources from bosses to build those S8 players, unless they were desperate to get those S8 players. So, what's the best way to do this? Well, I would say, obviously the only ways to get it right now is if you bought packs, or if you went to the auction house and spent the absurd amount of coins. The one other way is, this might cause you to get less bosses players, possibly, but you might have to use your badges just to build these S8 players. If you look, we get a ton of badges, so 3 NFC, 3 AFC for 183. So if you want to build yourself a 93, you're going to need 388. So essentially, how many? You need 3, so that's 9. 27 of each badge, so 27 of each badge gets you the 88s. And then you need 10 of any badge, so that's 37 badges. And then boss shields, 37, so that's essentially 77. So if you want to get a 93, it's either 3 million coins or 77 badges. You choose. But currently, that is the only way. If you want, what I'm about to tell you right now is going to get you less for the bosses promo as well, because if you want some 83 players, you can come to solo battles, and these give you guaranteed players. So if you really just need players and you don't need any more boss stuff, use your program stamina on solo battles and help yourself out there. But if I look at the logistics of it, I think it would be safe to say, if you're patient enough, wait to see what happens with the player prices, get all your boss collectibles and stuff, and just wait. Now what's going to happen is another negative that will segue into a different negative that I want to talk about, which is the amount of collectibles for the promo. So say you, kind of like comebacks. Comebacks had a bunch of badges, a bunch of stuff throughout the promo. There were shard badges all around. You were getting millions of badges, it felt like. And I ran out of bench space a ton of times. I had to put stuff in sets. I had to start completing sets when I was trying to, save to build a master, like when a new wave of masters released. And what happened is your bench starts to get full, and you don't have anywhere to store your badges. So that's kind of what's going to happen with bosses if you don't build any masters or anything like that. So that's why I'm saying, if you're going to be saving until these S8 players maybe go down, we don't know, you might have an issue with bench space. So I would start building stuff here and there, stuff that might not require the S8 players, although most stuff does. Chances are you have S8 players left over, possibly, but by now you could have used them. So it's really a judgment call. But overall, this promo is good. I might do a couple more videos on this just because, it's a pretty good promo, and also it goes for 2 weeks, which is amazing. You're going to be able to get a lot out of this promo. So far, what did I get? I think I got 2 players. I got for my team specifically, they're on defense, I'm pretty sure. No. Okay, so special teams, I got the 99 kicker, Jason Myers. So this is a good upgrade for the special teams, 99 overall and 190 base power. So that was pretty good. And then, of course, Bo Jackson. I got Bo Jackson, trained him up, and his stats, of course, are pretty good. Final positive until we end off the video for the bosses promo. Of course, you got your bosses achievements here. So these, like usual, will give you your season points. And as you know, tournaments are not going to be coming around for the remainder of Madden Mobile 21. So all your points are going to come within promos and from the field pass stuff. So you're not going to get tournaments. So best thing is, if you're free to play and you're chasing that 200K, you have to try to do these achievements. No matter who you want, or no matter whether you want a player from the promo or not, you really should be going for these achievements because you need those points. 6.5K for a 101, 3K for a 100, 2.5K for a 99 and a 98, and then 2.25k for just doing 8 events, which is pretty simple right there. So overall, it's pretty good. They tried to incorporate the boom or bust aspect as well here. Doesn't get you many more collectibles than if you're doing the events, but it's a little bonus there. I've done it 6 times. So overall, this promo, if you weigh it, you know, between this and draft, the draft promo was basically like bosses, a ton of collectibles and stuff that helped you out. But in the end, the players are more expensive for the season in the bosses promo because they're not giving them out from events. So make your judgment call on all of this. It's a really, really good promo. I mean, compared to other promos this season, it's definitely top 10, top 5 possibly, because it's giving a lot of good stuff. People who spend, I guess, they're getting rewarded for what they're spending. People who are free to play, you're going to be able to get yourself a ton of players as well, because you see how good the events are. I'll just play some events right now, why not? We'll auto this 3 times, and you get that Mecole Hardman chance pack. So just open all, pretty simple, and then boom, you see 9 badges just from 60 stamina, so not too bad. So that'll be it for the video, guys. I'll have more coming out on bosses soon, probably when new masters release. I'll try to stream the promo a couple times, just so we can, you know, talk about it and stuff like that. But that'll be it for the video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.